It's the holiday season, and if you're shopping for your high school or college baseball player, this video is for you. I headed over to Lancaster, Pennsylvania to visit the Rawlings store. Really cool store with a bunch of awesome gloves, and I basically went through which glove is best for each position. Now, if you're looking for a glove for a younger player, this isn't the best video, but hopefully the gloves that I did showcase help you out a ton. As always, guys, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you guys want to see in future videos. And without further ado, here's the vlog. That's so cool, man.
Out here in Amish, smoking big doinks in Amish.
Bro, this Rawlings is literally in the middle of nowhere. Do the Amish play baseball? Is that why there's a Rawlings in like the middle of Lancaster, bro? We're in the middle of nowhere, literally. But I'm excited. Let's go. What's up, guys? Today we're here at the Rawlings Lancaster store. I'm with Sam from White Rose Baseball, and today we're going to show you what glove is best for each position. So the first glove I'm going to talk about is the Rawlings DCT for first base. And the only reason I'm bringing up first base first is because Rawlings doesn't have too many first base models, but they have one cut that's really popular. It's the DCT cut. You can find this with Heart of the Hides and Pro Preferreds, and even the gloves for like intermediate players and your younger players. They have the same like cut model. Just a different like material for, you know, smaller hands. But I definitely recommend the Rawlings DCT pattern for first base. As you can see, they have that in this nice tan. They have it in this blonde with the black web, and they have it in gray here, which is really nice. Just really good mitts overall. They also have some other models like the Anthony Rizzo. I like the Anthony Rizzo model. The only thing is that the web can break really easily, even though it's a Pro Preferred. Just that double bar webbing is more fragile than your single post.
This goes absolutely bonkers. Now, I'm not saying that he invented this colorway.
I kind of did. Next up, we got Rawlings' most popular catcher's mitt. It's the CM33 pattern. Now, they have different variations of this pattern. They have some that have this one single piece wrist, and they have another that's like a two-piece wrist. It's not really much of a difference. I find the two-piece wrist to be a little bit more flexible. So if you want that, I'd go with the two-piece wrist on the CM33, but you can't go wrong with either. As you can see, this is a beautiful tan CM33 pattern. Just like with the first base mitt and their DCT cut, they do a CM33 pattern, but for just younger players. We have this CM30, right? It's just a different material for, you know, more intermediate players. This one's only $60. You know, for some reason I saw the $599.95. I thought it was like $500 or $600, but no, same cut, really similar, just a little lighter, softer for younger players. So yeah, CM33, best catcher's mitt for Rawlings. How sick is that, man? And they have that one in a bunch of different colors too. They have it in chocolate brown right here, really nice with the light blue stitch. This one has a two-piece wrist. Same thing as this blonde one right here, but as you can see, it's their most popular catcher's mitt model. Next up, we got pitcher's gloves. Now, pitching gloves are interesting because in reality, you don't really need a pitcher's glove. You just need a glove that feels good on the mound. But what makes a pitcher's glove different from a regular infield glove is obviously the web. You'll see pitcher's gloves have webs that cover the ball entirely. So this doesn't really matter, but I find that most pitchers that wear Rawlings wear a variation of a 200 pattern, just with some sort of closed web. This one is a trapeze web. So we got the same exact glove here, just a different color, a different web. But yeah, 200 pattern, that deep pocket, that's good for, you know, covering the ball, having a wide space for your hand to get that grip on the pitch. Two-piece closed web. So pitcher's gloves, whatever you like that looks good on the mound that you can pitch with, obviously. Closed web, that's all you really need. Next up, we got infield gloves. And infield gloves are tricky because there's so many different kinds. We have a bunch of Revs here at the Rawlings store in Lancaster. Now, I'm just gonna get this out of the way. Personally, I like the Rev gloves a lot. They're pretty cool and they're pretty comfortable. What up? I like the Rev gloves a lot. They're pretty cool and they're pretty comfortable. The only thing is that you have to be ready to pay $400 for a glove that feels pretty different from other gloves. I mean, the break-in process is different, the feel is different, but one thing is true, they are pretty damn durable, and that's thanks to the synthetic material on the back. But if you do want to go Rev, the only thing I would tell you to keep in mind is that they do play pretty small, so your 11.5 Rev feels more like 11.25, 11.75 feels more like 11.5, and so on and so forth. And as far as other gloves go, I mean, it really just depends on your play style. If you like a shallower glove, I would recommend an NP pattern. If you like something a little deeper, I would recommend a Pro 200 pattern like this awesome Nolan Arenado model. Anything that has 200 in the name of the model, that's your 200 model. They make them in 11.5 all the way up until like 12.25. So that's good for deep pockets. And if you want something a little shallower, I go with an NP pattern or a TT2. Really similar, but these have the more flat close, thumb to ring finger, thumb to middle finger. Really comfortable glove, but first you got to know if you like a deep pocket. If you like a deep pocket, go with Pro 200, and if you like a shallow glove, I'd go with an NP. Another really popular model with Rawlings is the 31 pattern. It's really comfortable in the hands. I think honestly it's the most comfortable out of all the gloves right off the rack. However, it's the hardest to break in, if that makes sense. It's the hardest to get the form right on. These gloves typically close thumb to about the fourth finger, but you can force these to be a little deeper or a little shallower depending on your play style. So the top 3 Rawlings left to choose from for the infield besides the Revs are the Pro 200, the NP pattern, and the 31 pattern. Now for outfield gloves, it is pretty complicated, believe it or not, because there are a few different kinds of patterns when it comes to outfield gloves. I think overall the best pattern to go with, the one that will give you the most consistent break-in and feel, is the 303. The 303 is basically just your standard 12.75 outfield glove with an H-web. It's used by a whole bunch of guys in the big leagues. My favorite glove is the trapeze model, of course, because Ken Griffey Jr., he used that glove when he was playing, but I think overall the best glove to get for the outfield is the 303. Now that pretty much does it for which glove is best for each position, but when it comes to age group, it's a little trickier because for that, you might have to just go to the store and check them out. But I think what matters the most when you get a new glove is how you break it in. So if you're spending good money on any glove, it should work well for you. The only thing I would recommend is to stay away from R2G, because R2G gloves are not that good. They're selling you a glove at regular price that only lasts half as long as your standard Heart of the Hides, just because they're cheaping out on materials on the inside of the glove that make them softer. If you're gonna buy a softer glove, you might as well just buy a GG Elite or a Gamer XLE from Rawlings. But if you're ready for a big boy price glove, just get a regular standard Heart of the Hide or Pro Preferred that will last you for years. Okay, I actually wanted to take a second and talk about these R2G gloves that Rawlings are pushing out. So when R2G first came out, it was basically just a way for Rawlings to sell gloves to younger players because they were softer and they didn't really have to be broken in. But they made it seem like they were working on these gloves in a factory and actually making them soft, you know, by hand. In reality, they weren't doing that. They were just cheaping out on materials. Some of the older R2Gs were a little bit better because they just had thinner pads. But now the R2Gs that they're pushing out are just made of styrofoam on the inside. Now, a lot of you guys probably do use R2G and it's probably not that big of a deal to you. But the thing is, for new people getting into baseball gloves, unfortunately, Rawlings is actually making all of their stock Heart of the Hides to R2G. So that means any stock Heart of the Hides that you get at Dick's Sporting Goods, Shields, or even the Rawlings store will be R2G, but like the styrofoam ones that don't last as long. This wouldn't really be an issue if they were charging like $200 for it, but they're charging $300 for basically a glove that's only gonna last half as long, if that. So that's just something to keep in mind. So how to get around that? I mean, you just have to find gloves online. Some good websites for regular Heart of the Hides and just better Rawlings gloves are ballgloves.com and Just Gloves. They always push out some awesome stuff. So, you know, if you want to get a good quality Heart of the Hide, if you really do like those, I would definitely recommend those websites. Hope that helps. Personally, I'm really leaning on this Nolan Arenado glove. I mean, the timber glaze is really, really nice. Gorgeous glove, 12-inch Pro 200 pattern. It's pretty stiff. It's a classic color you can never go wrong with.
I'm agonizing over getting a wallet that I know I'm not going to use.
You should get a duffel bag.
Duffel bag?
For
yeah, $500.
$500 for a duffel bag. What about this tote bag? How much is this tote bag? $500 as well. So why is this glove a blend? Could you explain that, Sam?
Yeah, well, you see, there are some parts of it that just kind of like look like
right. That don't make quality control.
Yeah, that don't make quality control.
Exactly.
Just cut that in.
Yeah. I'll just put that in. Don't worry. I want to take a second to talk about these Easton gloves. They're pretty interesting because recently Rawlings acquired Easton, so they are making their gloves in limited numbers, but they are pretty good. I mean, this looks like an Anthony Rizzo model right off rip. Feels pretty damn comfortable. How much are these? These are $140, and these actually feel pretty damn nice for that price. Here, let's find a nice, look at this nice single post right here. Yeah, I mean, it's a soft glove, so definitely like an intermediate level glove, but this is actually pretty nice. It's actually $100 because the sale. These hats go pretty tough.
47 billion.
Where are the Yankee hats at? Oh, we're in Pennsylvania. I forgot. Here's another look at the blem.
Just in case I need to catch up with that. It's like never gonna happen. At least I've got 3 catcher's mitts in my bag.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gotta do it. I'm just a chill guy that likes gloves, guys. Come on. Let me know if that went through. I forgot to find it.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Okay, awesome. Good to go?
Sure.
All right, let's get out of here.
Let's do it.
Keep the sunlight too. It's like golden hour.
Yeah, look at all these gloves, man. Got some shadows here from Better Baseball. Shout out to Michael.
A lot of the things that make it unique, instead of doing a wrist logo and a thumb logo like a lot of companies will do, they just did it. They combined it into one, made it a single piece wrist, and then embedded this logo. So it has depth, but it's also flush with the glove. A lot of that, I mean, obviously it's got the eyes, the see-through web, the X lacing instead of gill. It's just a sick glove. It's a really cool glove.
AZ Glove Lab. This one's from Charlie Rose.
Yep.
Right here is the new pickup. So gorgeous. Ooh. All right, here's the brand new Nolan Arenado glove. It's super stiff. I don't think it's gonna catch anything, but I still want to take it out for a spin. Look how nice this looks, boys. Look at that. Oh, it actually caught it.
Hey, dude, that was dirty.
That was gross.
That was disgusting.
Yo, it actually catches. Never mind. Pick. Oh, nice. This glove is actually super nice.
I hope it's nice.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a heart of the heart. I mean, it's got to be nice, right? No, but I'm saying out of the box,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
brand new, it's still stiff, but like catches pretty well.
Oh, so tight.
This right here, this feels like a baseball glove. You see, anything that lands in this glove is sticking inside the glove. This is a real baseball glove. Baseball. Baseball glove. Yeah. Alrighty guys, that pretty much does it for this video. The number one thing to remember when buying a brand new baseball glove is to just try things out in person. That's always really, really important, of course. But me personally, I picked up this 12-inch Nolan Arenado glove. It's gorgeous, the classic timber glaze. Can't get enough of it. Never gonna get tired of it. If you guys enjoyed that video, please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you guys want to see in future videos. Sam and Matt, say goodbye, guys. Bye. Bye-bye.
Big old doinks.